PUS'HER, you are moving with purpose. You are speaking with purpose. PUS'HER, we are healing out loud with you. Don't stop pushing forward. Don't stop sharing your truth. Continue to trust God and believe in His plans for you. PUS'HER, we are healing with you. We see you.
Hey, it is your girl Pusher. If you're not pushing forward, you're moving backwards. Say it out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. No, really, say that thing out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. Have you gotten your copy of It Takes One to Know One workbook and journal and People Pusher? And are you on the waiting list for the new drop? Remember me? No. Well, go over to pusherlife.org, go to the author's page, and come on and hit these links, these buttons. They work. It's like an NA meeting, an AA meeting. It works if you work it. So go over to pusherlife.org and go get your copies. What are you waiting for? And while you are over there, which brings me to why I am invading your space on this good Saturday afternoon again. Because I want you to take the pledge, healing 1 million people, one person at a time. I want to spend a little time talking about this initiative because I believe it is important. You're not taking the pledge for me. You're not taking a pledge for your neighbor. You're taking this pledge for yourself. And this pledge is only a commitment that you are making to be a participant in your own personal growth and development on your terms. On your terms. However, you have to have a willingness to grow, to learn. In order to do that, you have to be at a place where you realize you don't know everything. You have to be at a place where you recognize and you can accept that sometimes you don't have the answers. Sometimes you just simply don't know. Sometimes you do make the wrong decisions. You have to get to a place where you can accept and own the fact that you don't get it right all the time. All this does is says you are human. And if we can just humble ourselves enough to say, you know what? Doing it my way it really doesn't get me as far as I want to go. Information is conducive to your growth and development. And if you're only getting information and receiving information from a small circle, guess what? You'll remain in that small space. You have to open yourself up to realize that information only produces power until you do something with it. What do we mean by healing out loud? When was the last time your feelings was hurt? Your heart was broken? And the person or the people who broke your heart or in your mind has caused the disappointment, did you, with the intent to overcome, with the intent to protect your peace, have the conversation with that person or them people to say, you know what you said, or what you did, or what you didn't do, or what you didn't say, it encouraged disappointment to sit in my heart. It caused some brokenness in my heart. When was the last time you did that? Healing out loud is simply being able to be honest with yourself where you are in the space that you are in that moment. We don't say that we're healing out loud right now, and it starts and stops there. No, we remain reflective. We remain intentional because we are aware that this is a journey. Healing out loud is simply understanding that you are responsible for your very own growth and development. You are responsible for what you think, feel, and believe. And you are not putting that responsibility on other people. And when you do, you place yourself in a position to say, forgive me. First, to yourself and to those in which you have given that power to. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't belong to anyone but you. We oftentimes show up for other people, and we experience these different burnouts, and we're overwhelmed and we're feeling underappreciated. But let me ask you, did that person or did them people ask you to insert yourself? Most of the time we feel the burnout, and we feel like we're underappreciated because our intentions isn't matching up. Healing out loud only is simply what you're willing to do for yourself, with yourself. Are you willing to challenge your own perception? You can only see life through your own lenses, but understand we do not live in a bubble. We have to live our life day to day interacting with people. Why? Because iron sharpens iron. Civilization doesn't come from you just being in a bubble and learning how to live with yourself. No, civilization comes from you interacting and communicating with other people, because that's how you grow. Through your ear gate, through your vision, through your heart. At some point, we say don't take it personal, but I'm saying take it personal. Why? Because your healing is dependent upon it. Does your opinion always have to be heard? Someone raised a question to me, do rhetorically, do you want to be healed or do you want to be right? You got to choose the side of the conversation you want to be on. This is healing out loud, and being brave enough and being courageous enough to share your go through and how you got through with other people who may need that kind of assistance, who may need that push. That's what healing out loud is all about. I do what I do because my own healing is dependent upon it. I heal out loud with the intent to encourage, to empower, to inspire, and to provoke change. Within a community of people who are receptive, that no matter what, no matter where, I'm going to push forward. No matter what it look like, no matter what it sounds like, no matter what it feels like, I'm going to push forward. Sometimes you ain't got to say it. Just pop out and show them. If you heal, be healed. If you're healing, be free in your process. Be brave in your process. And to those of us who simply just don't know, be quiet. Just be quiet. We cause more damage when we are just speaking, just to be speaking. Every tear doesn't mean I'm wounded. Every upset or disappointment doesn't mean I'm broken. Every letdown doesn't mean I'm broken. It just means in this moment, this is what I'm experiencing. And guess what? I had sense enough to figure it out, how to come up out of it. And I don't always got to talk about it. Just simply heal out loud. I encourage you to go over to pusherlife.org and take that pledge. The link is right there. Healing 1 million people. Become a part of this community. Become a part of this movement. Why? Because our healing is dependent upon it. Kirk Franklin said it best. I need you to survive. Come on now. How does it go? You need me. I need you. We are part of God's body. Come on now. You get it. We need each other. We can't. If we can figure this thing out on our own, we will be individually where we all want to be, how we want to be it in this moment. But we're not. Even if you're satisfied, even if you can consent, I'm sure every now and then you reflect and you think of how you can do something better, how you can make something better, how you can improve in this area, and how you are no longer attached to this thing, and why you don't need to hold on to it to make room for something else. Come on, we are in the land of the living, trying to figure this thing out. I just want to encourage you. Let's do it together. Let's heal out loud. Let's stop fixing our eyes on the wrong thing. It's hindering us from focusing on the main thing. Understand that greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. If you can see it, if you can say it, if you can think it, if you can write it, it's yours. You just got to be willing to put in the work. And only you can determine if you are ready or not. In the words of the great Lauryn Hill, ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. I'm going to find you. I'm stopping right there. Because you can't make nobody do anything. I'm telling you to say this to yourself. I challenge you. Speaking of challenge, I gave 2 challenges on Wednesday. Let me remind you about the challenge, because I really want you to do it. The first challenge was, I talked a little bit about it a couple seconds ago. Reflect back on the last conversation you had where you walked away from that conversation and you were still upset, if not more upset than you was before you engaged in the conversation. More hurt, more disappointment, more resentment, more frustration. You walked away just feeling like you shouldn't have never opened your mouth in the first place. I want you to think about that conversation. And here's the challenge. Here's the challenge. Pick up the phone. Call that person with all sincerity and ask that person, how do you feel? Why do you feel the way that you feel? And once you listen, because this is how you are practicing your right to remain silent. All you're doing is listening. And when that person gives you permission to respond, because you were listening with your heart, I assure you your response would be, can you forgive me? And acknowledging their emotions and acknowledging their reasoning. That's it. That's all. We're talking about healing out loud. The second challenge, the second challenge that was to and is to select 5 women in your life. Just come up with 5 women. Bring those 5 women together. Whether it be via conference call, FaceTime, Zoom, Google Meet, it does not matter. We have access, unlimited access. You could meet up at a coffee shop, it doesn't matter. I want you 5 together to think about 2 people. 2 people that doesn't always get it right. They don't always say the right thing. They don't always do the right thing. Sometimes you may have gotten to the point where you want to wash your hands. You want to just cancel them out. Think about those 2 people. And then I want you 5 to make a decision. Separately, but collectively. Bring the 2 people in, start with 1 person. Select that 1 person. And you 5, your responsibility is to tell that person sincerely how they have grown in some kind of way. How they have demonstrated courage just by simply waking up today. If you can enable yourself to see the potential in them, begin to speak to that potential so that it can manifest. Tell that person what you see deep down inside of them. And then once all 5 of y'all have not your isms, not your opinions, not your feelings, but the truth. Remember, and it takes one to know one is a workbook that enables you to see you through the lenses of someone else. So understand, most things that disrupt your internal environment about another person really exposes something about you. We'll talk about that at another time. Once you are finished with your positive affirmations with that person, take time to just sit and process and sit in silence. We talk too much. Just sit in silence. And then what I want you to do is bring the 7th person in. And now what's going to happen is the 5 is going to repeat the same thing, and then watch the 6 come right behind the 5 and speak to number 7. See, it's one thing to do this with people that you know and that you know that's doing the work. The challenge is to do it for someone that ain't on your level. To do it for someone who needs that strength. That's the challenge. That's the real challenge. It's easy for me to speak words of affirmations to my sister. I love my sister, and I see my sister, and I know a little of what she's doing, and I admire her tenacity. I admire her strength. I see my niece and I admire her endurance. I admire how she's handling her new normal. I admire the fact that no matter how intense her days and stressful her days can become, she's still going to find a way to make it work. See, it's easy for me to say, go, girl. Get it, girl. I see you, girl. See, these two women, they self-aware. They are handling their business. But ask me about the person that pissed me off a couple days ago, a couple weeks ago. Ask me about somebody that I don't particularly care for. Am I willing to do the same for them? If I'm saying this thing is not about emotions, if I'm saying we're on a journey of healing out loud, can I humble myself? It takes one to know one. Don't do what's easy. Do what's going to cause discomfort, because it's in that discomfort your growth lies. It's in that discomfort your healing lies. I appreciate you all for always tapping in, but I just had to get that out. I really did. I really did. I did. And I thank you for putting up with me. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. It really is. It is your girl Pusher. If you're not pushing forward, you're moving backwards. Say it out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. No, really say that thing out loud. Forward ever, backwards never. Have you gotten your copy of It Takes One to Know One workbook and journal and people pusher? No, then travel over to pusherlife.org, go to the author's page, and you will find It Takes One to Know One and People Pusher. Come tap in.